Welcome back to News Geelong as we move into the world of Geelong sport with Mitch Scoop Cleary. Mitch, local footy not far away, and that includes Interleague.
Thanks, Rollo. That's right. First up tonight, we catch up with Geelong Racing Club Development Manager John Dunn to talk about last Saturday's St Patrick's Day race meeting.
St Patrick's Race Club raced here on Saturday, and leading trainer Mark Kavanagh, he was amongst the winners early. Race-to-race double races 1 and 2. In the second event, $2.30 favourite Crucis from the Kavanagh camp. He got up in a thriller, depriving the local Kelvin Burke-trained mare Sunderad from a long overdue victory in the Elephant and Castle Maiden Plate.
On the bidders next, then Brave Bell to the outside, always and Chase the Lord. It's Miss Beauty made into the straight now, 3.50 left to go from Macon Mojo Sunderad. Cruises to the outside, now getting within 2 lengths off the leader. Then Brave Bell and on the bid, Sunderad swamped them, quickly went to the front. Cruises slowly making up ground, but Sunderad's going strongly. Sunderad by a length, now a half. Cruises getting closer with every stride at the line. It's going to be desperately close, and I think the favourite's got it. Cruises and a last stride win may have picked up.
Bookmakers got a reprieve when the long odds-on favourite Hourglass. Well, in the home straight, he couldn't peg back everything set. Ridden a treat by Linda Meach to give that gallop his first win in 8 starts for trainer Peter Morgan.
Hourglass about to be called upon, then Fiji Princess, Ivor Meadows gone, then Quinton, here's Dublin Road pulling out from the back in full cry is 2 lengths away. Down to the bend, Mossman Blitz now being tackled by Flame and Abbey who heads the leader, then Everything Set coming on from Bull Rock, next Hourglass to the centre, Fiji Princess, and then 3 lengths away to Quinton. Down by the 300 metres, Flame and Abbey from Everything Set who now goes to the front, but here's Hourglass starting to work home, then Fiji Princess looking for a way clear and behind. Hourglass goes to Everything Set, then Fiji Princess. It's Hourglass and Everything Set. Hourglass just going to Everything Set, who's still kicking. What a finish, and Everything Set's fought back. Hourglass has died on its run, and Everything Set wins from Hourglass.
The 3-year-old galloper Texan Takeover looks a likely type, and the father-son combination of John and Thomas Sadler combined to give Takeover target made a back-to-back wins after scoring a Donald at his previous start.
And Zupa 2 as they straighten for the judge. Texan Takeover goes to Invincible Diva, yellow tag. And here comes Just Smiley and Mannon down the outside. Uno No takes a run back on the fence. Texan Takeover trying to give on the fence, but Mannon's coming with Just Smiley and yellow tag. And then Absolute King down the outside. It's Texan Takeover. Boy, he's tough. Mannon having a late lunge, but Texan Takeover all the way.
And that's the wrap-up of St Patrick's Day racing here last Saturday. Our next meeting here at Geelong is a big twilight meeting next Thursday afternoon. Why not pop out after work? We look forward to seeing you all out here.
Thanks, Dunny. Now we look ahead to the local footy season and speak with newly appointed Ballerine Football League Interleague coach John Fitzgerald as he prepares for the clash at Simmons Stadium this year.
A bit of a different role for yourself after such a long time as senior coach at GFL level.
Yeah, it'll be unusual, just the one game. You only sort of get one crack at it and limited training time, all that sort of stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be a real challenge, and it's crucial for the Ballerine to win this game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge.
You play on Skilled Stadium this year, and there's always the talk about whether players are going to make themselves available. Do you think that's going to be a push for players to make themselves for the game?
Oh, I think it'd have to be. I think the GFL experience, our guys just love playing on Skilled Stadium, and it's just such a great stadium now that it's just a terrific opportunity. So I think that'll definitely be a carrot for the players, and I think also another carrot is that people really watch these games and they count, and with more mature age rookies coming in, someone's going to get noticed in a game like that at Skilled Stadium.
You've been around the ballpark so long, and now you've spent an off-season without local footy. How have you enjoyed your time?
Yeah, it's been good. Didn't sort of miss it much pre-Christmas, but when you start getting into the practice matches, it's always a good time of year. So missed it a bit then, but I got a bit of a fix on Sunday. Went up to and watched the best of the best competition where Bell Park just dominated it. Actually, it was amazing, and just a massive tick for our footy in Geelong. I think for South Barn to win it last year and Bell Park to really be dominant this year. It's all good signs for Geelong footy.
You've been involved with the GFL for so long. You always keep a small eye on the BFL and how that's tracking, and no doubt you've got already an idea of a few players.
Yeah, I've sort of followed a bit because I've sort of coached for a long time and coached St Joe's and the juniors, and you just watch for players that you've been involved with. So, every Monday I'd sit down and read the paper for half an hour and follow pretty closely the results. But no doubt I'll be leaning really heavily on the coaches, the Bellarine coaches, on selection, and they've just been fantastic so far. The guys I've spoken to have been terrific. So, I hope we just have a massive wave of support for us to put our best team on the park.
There's only one game, and training and those sort of things to put in place. How difficult does that make it to just have one game to see the players?
That'll be a challenge. A bit of it will depend on the time we spend, how well we spend our time beforehand, and we've got some really good ideas on that. I think I've spoken a bit to Glenn Wallace, who's coaching the GFL team, and I've been involved in Interleague before. So, it's just a matter of using that time wisely. Just having a plan, but making it simple, I think. And I think certainly there's a way to play Skilled Stadium that the Western Border won't be aware of. So I think that'll be an advantage for us.
Do you go around now and watch training sessions, and no doubt you watch matches on the weekend?
Yeah, I'll get around to some practice matches and get to some training, and I've got I've got some people out there that'll be looking at games as well. So we'll be able to sort of combine all of that with the input from the coaches. I reckon we'll be right with it. I'm really confident that we'll put a really good team on the park, and if we get everybody wanting to play, which just seems to be the constant feedback I get from people I talk to about Bellarine, is that there just hasn't been that total buy-in, and that's what we're really aiming for.
And just quickly on the Bell Park side again, you must be so proud to see Jackson Sheringham and Tom Couch get themselves an AFL spot. Yeah,
I think as a club we're delighted with that. To get two midfielders at rookie to 23 is just a huge tick again. And again for the competition, and I think again for Interleague, Jackson Sheringham had an outstanding representative game, and there's no doubt that influenced the selection he's formed in that game. So all of those sort of things, the strength of our competition, our rep stuff, I think it's just great for Geelong and gives those guys a chance.
Thanks, Fitzy. That's all we have for sport tonight. Be sure to catch us Friday with a look at the local cricket previews. But for now, it's back to you, Rollo.
Thank you, Mitch. And now for all the weather expected for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. It's a very good evening to our scintillating Sophie Miller.
Thank you, Graham, and good evening, viewers. Let's take a look at the cooler weather coming our way. Tomorrow, Thursday, will be partly cloudy with isolated showers clearing around dawn, then further isolated showers later in the evening with a top of 20. Friday will be cloudy with scattered showers and possible hail with a top of 16. Starting off the weekend, Saturday will be cloudy with some isolated showers until evening and a top of 19. Followed on Sunday with more cloud but mainly dry with just the chance of isolated showers and a top of 21. Monday will be cloudy with a top of 20. While Tuesday will continue with cloud and a top of also 20. Today we saw cloudy conditions with areas of rain easing to isolated showers around midday after with a top of 19. That's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast. Until Friday evening, stay safe, and it's back to you, Graham.
Thank you, Sophie. And thank you for joining us on News Geelong. Remember our old super saint, Ronnie Osborne. Take your time and smell the flowers. For all the team at News Geelong, enjoy the rest of your evening and a very good night.